So right now we have Neo. There's no money in streaming, and why we need to go back to CDs. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Oh, hold on. Let me go back over here. Boom.
We've had this convo. We had Dipset here. We had Duke the God, you know, and Esso said we need to bring back physical copy.
I like that.
And part of the thing is, you know how you can take both phones and drop your contact. I said I think we need technology in the CD where you have the tangible of Neo.
You tap your phone.
But you tap the phone and they get the project versus putting it on a DS.
But they have one like that. It's just small.
It's a smaller CD.
You seen it? It's a real small.
You can wear it as a chain.
You can wear it as a chain.
Where is this at?
Shout out to Neo. He's one of my favorite artists of all time. He's one of my favorite artists of all time. Shout out to Neo.
It's a CD, but it don't
look like
play.
a mixtape.
But it looks like a CD. It don't play, but you can sell it to them as a Neo CD.
And you tap it on your phone.
When they tap it, it go right on their phone.
That's dope.
I think that's the best way now for
I
artists.
definitely feel like something needs to happen to where music is special again. Like music ain't special no more. You know what I mean? Like I can think back to sitting at home.
I mean, he is right. Music is not special no more. But for us independent artists, we have an advantage. Like I was saying earlier in the stream, streaming, YouTubing, showing the process of the music, showing your mindset behind the music, showing your lifestyle outside of music that may relate to the music. That's how you can make music interested again. People today, I'll call this the era of the influencer, the era of the streamer. People are more interested in you than just the music. The music is essentially just a soundtrack to a lifestyle, ideology, or way of thinking. Look, can we go back to the Michael Jackson era where he fucking had MTV and all these crazy videos? I mean, can't do it on YouTube. It just might be at a smaller scale. But the thing is, we can make music exciting again. It just looks different. It's not gonna. We got to stop romanticizing like about the old days. We could take the essence of the old days, but just modernize it. You know what I mean? So music can be special again. I just think these sign artists, they're a little more stubborn, stuck in their ways, or they don't have the freedom to do it. But good news for us, we have the freedom to do it just with a little bit of imagination.
Home as a kid watching Fox TV, right? Regular TV. I think it was The Simpsons or something. And they cut The Simpsons in the middle to debut Michael Jackson's latest video.
Remember that.
It was an event, right? The music video was a moment. They stopped TV.
Hey, look, you can't stop TV. Chances are we're not at that level, but if you run the right ad, you can stop a Super Bowl music. You can stop a Super Bowl YouTube video and have your music translate in the middle. People might skip it, but if it's engaging enough and it relates to the right fan base, you could definitely do it. You know what I mean?
But it's video.
Do you remember?
Do you remember?
Like I said, everything you could do back then or everything you can do on a mainstream level, you can do it on the smaller level. It just has to be catered to a more niche audience and a more social media version. But you can do it. You have to think outside the box and stop thinking like just a musician. Think like a music artist, meaning I do music, but I'm an artist, a creative around the music in general.
What it was like when somebody album was gonna come out and the street team was in front of Virgin Records with the signs, and it was a moment. It meant something.
South Beach.
Albums come out every day now, and it's like, all right,
yeah, whatever.
But do you think that that's because everybody wants to promote online? Maybe some of the nostalgia needs to come back. Maybe we need to have the old
grassroots.
Why not?
See, this is the thing. We got to stop romanticizing about the nostalgia. If anything, I'm gonna tell you the best balance, right? Take the essence of the nostalgia and modernize it. You hear me? Take the essence of the nostalgia, then modernize it. The reason why is, it's a reason why it's nostalgic. It no longer, chances are it no longer fits in the current climate, but you could take the mindset and the essence and just re-update it. Like my homie DJ Dillmatic always say, you could keep the same iPhone, just update the software. You clocking?
Do the old street team because there's nobody out here doing it. So it's free reign again, and take this back, right? It's hard, it's very difficult, and it's taxing on you as a singer, right? But y'all in stores was where it was popping at.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So if people are buying vinyl, if Neo is selling a vinyl and he's in the in-store, it's gonna sell. But those type of things drove bigger sales. So he would have to do 20 in stores per se, or 30 in stores. But now he got to do 30 in stores.
But let me say
to sell the
this:
record.
20. Let's say he does every city in America. That's one city per state, even though it's more.
Okay, for us independent artists, chances are you're not doing 20 stores like they said, right? Or at least not at that big level. But once again, like I said earlier, you can take the same essence of the mainstream of what they do, and you can do it on a much smaller scale. Let me rephrase again. Like I said earlier, if you build the correct fan base and you know how to talk to the right fans, you know how to speak to the right fans, you can do conventions. Let me give you an example. Let's say your brand is based around anime. You're a rapper, but you tend to have a lot of anime imagery. One of the things you can do to make some money or have that store vibe is you can start small conventions where you can have autograph signings, whether it's your vinyls, whether it's your CDs, whether it's comic books, and you can get people to come to that. And that could be your version of the store. You know what I mean? So you can keep doing it. Let me use another example, like the Meek Mills example I used earlier in the stream. Meek Mills, even though he's a street guy, he talks about a lot of motivation. So another thing you can do is, let's say on a lower level, you can start a convention and maybe have prison reform education to a lot of the street dudes out there that needs to be enlightened on the law. Get creative, music artists. I make the music, I'm an artist, which is a creative. You got to think like that. And an entrepreneur as well.
That's still more money than he would make off a billion streams.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
But where do you get the time? Because if he's his bread and
look, to be real with you, that's not any significant money in streaming. Streaming, especially as an independent artist, unless you're Drake in them level, as an independent artist, it's not significant money. You should look at streaming more so as a marketing tool and just a extra ancillary income. It's not the say all be all. Look at it as a marketing tool. If your music get out there more, boom, you're getting exposed to a new audience that can eventually come to your shows, and like they'll come to your shows, and then you can make a little money on it. It's like marketing. Music should be, I'm gonna be real with you, streaming. If this was sales, right? And it is sales, honestly. And we thinking like music artists / entrepreneurs, right? The music is just the top of the funnel. That's how you gotta look at it. So boom, the music get the fans in. Boom, some of them drop off to buy my clothes, buy my merch. Boom, some of them leak down to going to shows, and then you can make money more in the overall ecosystem. But the music shouldn't be like, you shouldn't really expect to make a bulk of your income from the music. That's more of the commercial, as you will, to sell your lifestyle. But put the same effort into it, because it can, throughout time, really, really grow, especially with sync licensing. Eventually, as your fan base get bigger, the music streams do add up. But at the beginning, just treat it more like at the top of the funnel. You know what I mean? Once again, what's the top of the funnel? I teach all that in my course. Click the link down below. Check it out.
Butter right now is doing shows and performing. That's taxing.
Of course.
That's travel.
You make time. Because again, this is a career. If you're going to be tired for anything, why not be tired for the shit that you've decided you want to do for the rest of your life?
Speaking of that, don't get me wrong. I don't think there's nothing better than performing live in front of your audience. But like I said earlier, you can take the mainstream way of doing it and niche it down and do it the independent way. Instead of always performing physically, because it is taxing and a lot of us don't got the money to afford to keep doing it. You can do another thing. Go on your stream. Have an exclusive performance on your stream. Don't make it a simple stream. Get people, get fans, come in your stream, have them pay you $5 on your subscriptions. Add that up. Boom. You can make a couple hundred a night, or even if it's just the tip part, you can make a couple hundred, couple thousand a night, depending on your fan base, and get them an exclusive performance. We got to think. Be creative, guys. We ain't just music artists. We're music artists, entrepreneurs.
Career.
But do you think the singers will get out there and do 20 in stores? If you're doing 20 in stores, right, and this is hard to do in this day and age.
It's tough.
If you're doing 20 in stores across maybe, you could even do it across fucking 3 months. It's 90 days.
Yeah.
You could do 20 in stores. You sell 5,000 copies. You tell people the nigga's gonna be there. You got 100,000 hard copy records sold.
At $20.
That's over. That's fucking $2 million, literally. Because they're gonna buy the 20, because you can give them the whole project. It's all about how you want to do the vinyl. You could do all the songs on the vinyl. You could do the single on the vinyl with your picture.
And he can have different variations. Vinyl, cassette, CD.
I'm not gonna lie. People act like people just automatically buy vinyls. The vinyl thing is dependent on your fan base type, the type of music you make, and who you're relating to. in general, if you're dealing with a younger fan, they tend to don't buy vinyls. But in general, if you're dealing with an older fan, the vinyl things can work. So that depends on who you're talking to, and you'll have to know that due to the age demographic you're speaking to with your fan base, or even the type of flavor and artistic value you give to your fan base.
And mini discs.
All nostalgia shit for y'all.
Yeah.
All nostalgia shit for y'all, and have the merch there too.
And see, I'm the type of cat that I will sit in the store and sign 100,000 CDs, sign 100,000 vinyl.
$20.
I'm gonna sit there.
If Neo do it, y'all better do it, because y'all ain't cracking enough like Neo. So if he's doing it, y'all better do it as independent artists.
And sign until the last person pull up. Like that's just who I've always been, and I honestly feel like that's a large part of why I'm still here today, because I take the time to make sure that the fans know I appreciate
That hat
them.
fire, I ain't
At the
gonna
end of every show, I mean, I haven't been doing it lately because it's been cold outside, but at the end of every show, the Broadway show, you know, a lot of people that watch the show would sit outside of the door as the actors come out, and you know, it'd be easily 50, 60, 70, 80, 100 people out there. Sit out there, you sign playbooks, and guess what? They come back, they tell their friends come, because they appreciate that you, big busy you, took the time to stop and sign their playbook. Like, that means something to them. Like, I've never grasped the concept of an artist that won't take a picture or won't sign an autograph. It takes 3 seconds.
You never been too tired?
No.
Never been too tired. Maybe you traveling,
Bruh,
you tired, your head
you
hurting,
know,
you got
you
family
know
stuff
that
going on.
people ain't making money. You know that, okay? Money is rough for everybody right now. And yet, this cat took the money that he worked for and bought a ticket to come see Hell's Kitchen because I'm in it, right?
That's the exact mindset as an independent artist y'all need to have. Like, the exact mindset. He's speaking that goal right there.
Took the money that he worked hard for to buy a concert ticket to come see me. The least I could do for this cat who could have took that money. He might not be able to pay his rent next month because he decided to come to the Neo concert, brought his shorty to the Neo concert. The least I could do is take a picture with this man. It's take a picture with his girl, whatever the case may be. The least I can do. Because it ain't like he might miss something behind their appreciation for me and what I do. He might miss out on something. Like, that's the way you got to look at it. It ain't these people. It ain't rich people just that's not the case. These people is working hard for their money and they spending it on you. You can't take a picture. Come on, bro. Like, that don't make no sense to me.
He got a point. So ultimately, it's like, is there money in streams? No, there's really not much money in streams. The whole goal is, with streams, you should be looking at it like, more so like the top of the funnel. And when I mean the top of the funnel, I mean, look at it like this. It's more like marketing the top of the funnel. So you use the streaming and the music to bring in the new fan base. And once the fan base pour down, you pour them down to shows, you pour down the merch, you pour it down to conventions, you pour it down to other things that you can monetize throughout your fan base, features, so on and so on. Eventually, the music will stack up and it will be able to pay off. But in the beginning, at the independent level, especially, not at the beginning. But you can get it in sync licenses, so on and so on, which I teach in my course. Click the link down below.